Hey, what's going on everybody? Conodger here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa. We are moving on to a new series this episode, which will be here for a while, it looks like. We have 8 races in this series. We have a series goal that is pretty low. I want to say it's 40 or so points. So that's kind of irrelevant. We could easily accomplish that, but we're going for a championship here. We had a pretty rough time. Oh, series goal, 36 points. Dear. We had a pretty rough time there with the Formula Barth. I would like to better that here in the 599XX Evo. Oh, that's quite the name there. The Ferrari 599XX Evo Trofeo. The first race here is at Mangone? I don't know. It's real hard for me to pronounce that one. Driving such a powerful car at the narrow bends of Mangone is not an easy task. Soft tire compounds and lower tire pressures will definitely help you. I'll keep that in mind. You might need to enable traction control too, in order to tame the excess power and find some traction. Not going to do that, unless it's enabled in this car factory, which I don't think it is. I'm going to leave the actual driving portion of the realism on basically full realistic. It's the other portions of it that I have toned back a little bit. We knocked the mechanical damage down to about 70, and what was the other thing? Oh, we increased the slipstream, I guess it's called in here, all the way up to 3x now, because I felt like the 2x really wasn't enough. So we'll see if 3x seems a little bit more realistic, and we'll kind of play it by ear there. Alright, enough chatter, let's get racing. Okie dokie then, let's see about changing that setup first. It says to use soft tires. Don't worry, I was going to do that anyway. And lower your tire pressures. That's something I haven't really done much of, so I will do so. I guess we'll go down 4. Seems like it should be more than enough. This is a very tight track. This is a very fast car. I will also lower the fuel down. Won't need too much. Alright, let's see what this is like. I've not driven this car but for a few minutes. And never with a full field, that's for sure. More kidding on the wheel spin part. Alright, this is okay. Oh, whoa. Is that the... Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that now. The brake lights are actually down in, like, the bottom of the bumper. It's very strange. Also very strange what the audio just did there. I don't know if that's going to show up through video, but that was very strange. It, like, mixed all the engine notes together or something. Yeah, this is way too much car for this kind of track. We're just now starting to stretch its legs a little bit. Luckily they don't know how to use these massive carbon brakes. Unfortunately, I don't know how to use this car's massive grip. Lots of understeer. Lots of understeer. I wonder if I can change the arrow on this thing. I would like a little bit more front downforce. Although, whoa, talk about early braking, jeez. Although when it comes to this track, I'm sure we're not making a whole lot of downforce. Man, it is a handful. That was actually 2 handfuls. 2 hands full? I don't know. Feels like I'm on the gas for like a 1/10 of the lap. Straightaway is the only real time we're using it. I mean, it's bad with wheel spin, but it's not unthinkably bad. It can be done without traction control. This is probably the worst possible track for it, so here on out it should get a little bit easier, if that's the word I want to use. I use the word very loosely. push a lot of wheel into it. Very kind of, which is a little surprising. This is a full-on race car. Surprising you'd have to put so much wheel into it. But it's probably designed for, you know, the Nürburgring and big tracks, not designed for your club track, which this pretty much is. Turn, please. Nice lockup. That was good. Confirming my theory that they do not use ABS. I'm not sure that they use traction control either. It seems like they're just on a completely different, basically, driving engine. Yeah, there was that mixing issue again. Very strange. I guess this engine's just so demonic that it can't handle mixing them together. Low on fuel already. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Apparently this thing's pretty thirsty. We're on lap 4. I hope it's just giving us like a really long time of warning. I feel like fairly competitive. Obviously still learning the car. I feel like the AI are struggling with it nearly as much. This may not have been the best choice of tracks for this series. I think we're going to be okay on fuel. It just gives you a real early warning. Dive bomb. Valve tap. That's a Ferrari. It can over rev. It's fine. It might catch on fire, but it'll over rev just fine. Just trying to get a better run out of this turn. I've struggled with this one. That was good. See the delta increasing substantially. So yeah, remember how I said they were braking too early? Maybe they weren't braking that early. I'm surprised I kept it on the track there, to be honest. Very nice brakes on this thing. That's for darn sure. Just a little hard to find braking points when you're going that fast. Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Just flat out could not get it to turn. That's what I should have done. I should have taken it sideways. I hear you over there. You're going to start braking about here, though. Oh, yeah. Crazy amounts of power. What other tracks are on? I hope mods is part of it. That'll be fun. And Spot would actually be really cool in this car too. So I'm gonna assume they're on the schedule, but who knows? A little deep again. Not too bad. That's the nice thing about a GT style car like this. You can shove it way too deep into a turn and pretty much still be able to get it wound down. A road car, if you're too deep into the turn, hold on, because you're going to go for a ride. Formula cars are kind of the same way because of their kind of knife edge performance. They are using every bit of potential kind of grip and power. So when you step over the line, you're screwed. This car at this track, we're not using anywhere near its max potential. I wonder if I don't think the steering ratio is adjustable. Something I might want to do, though. Alright, third place. We got ourselves a podium in the first race. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Valunga is up next. Now this could really be an interesting one. This car is gonna go really, really fast on these straightaways and into some really, really slow turns. So we're gonna have to watch. I think that was the advice he gave you, was have a brave. It says right foot when it comes to braking, but in my case it will be a brave left foot. I'm not gonna go too far down, but I want to try and give it a little bit more front grip. And let's look at the aero and see if we can't change that at all. No, just generic, suspension, ARBs. Boy, you would think you'd be able to change the aero on this thing with those huge wings and splitter and whatnot, but I suppose they are factory set. So, that's what we have. We have what we have, we got what we got. Let's see what we can do. I just let him spin. Actually, I probably let him spin a little too long there. Oh, I couldn't hear my engine, so I was shifting way early. Made it back, though. Oh, yeah. A little late braking to gain our positions back. Oh, that hurt, though. That stung a little bit. Oof. Find my braking points, my downshift points. Yeah, now that we're on a little bit bigger of a track, of course, there's some slow turns in this section. But those sweeping turns, it handles much better. Certainly a challenge to get back to the gas somewhere like that. You know, for a Ferrari, this car actually has a lot of bottom end to it, so I think I am being a little overzealous with my gear selection. No contact never hurt anybody. We're going places. We gotta go to the front here. They're getting away. I got time to wait for you. Let's see if we can get this nose planted through here. Yeah, with these faster turns with downforce in the car, it handles significantly better. So what's the deal? Is this turn one going to be flat or no? I'm going to say no to start with, so we don't go flying out there. Yeah, it's probably not. Probably not. Ooh, caught that bump there pretty weird. Shot me off the apex. Still held it alright. Looks like we got fourth place some. Let's try braking at that first white mark next time. Yeah, let it pull from somewhere in the mid bar. I don't like this bar style attack. Kind of hard to judge. Oof. Tis a handful, though. Let's only go down to third here instead of second. It's even this low. It'll pull right out of the turn. As you see there. Pretty amazing amount of power. But overall, handling pretty well. I think it's even handling better than some of the GT3 cars do. Obviously this car is not built to any kind of class rules or specifications, so It gets away with a little bit more in the grip department, probably. Wider tires, more dramatic aero. Certainly more power. It's probably more like a GT2 car than it is a GT3. Getting somewhere on Delta now. Let's see, we were going to break the first. I guess it's actually the third white mark. I didn't see the other ones before. Catching you, Dominique. It's a slower section where I think they're a little bit better than me, but down into here we're pretty on point. Oh, well, missed the apex there. It's all about using the braking points to our advantage. Always going to be a little faster out of the turns and try to be a little faster into them. Oh, I actually didn't take any fuel out of this thing, which I guess is a good thing because it's actually kind of low already, so this thing is a thirsty beast. Let's just leave it in fifth. Give it a light little lift, hook it on that curb and go. Oh yeah, half a second up there, whoa. Watch out for the crazy braking. Stuff you would never see me do in iRacing. That turn right there. It's just a completely different ballgame. Those that have never tried it don't realize it, but racing against computers and racing against real people, a completely different thing. On the plus side, you can shove them around, push them around, and stuff like that. Make your way through, which you wouldn't necessarily do with a real person. The negative, wow, I cannot make this apex, can I? The negative part is, they don't really make mistakes. They run their line. They do what they do. A real person, you can get in their head. You can get behind them, get in their mirror, try to fake passes and stuff like that, and make yourself opportunities to get around them. I think, not so much this week, but last week, you could see a lot of that in iRacing versus this week. I think I let other people get in my head. Is that what this is going to become? Assetto Corsa is the iRacing debrief. That'd be interesting. Not really. This series is probably going to go on for many seasons of iRacing, so that would not make much sense to the people just watching this series. Just an interesting dynamic. It's still a sim racing game to me, but it's just not a sim racing atmosphere in the career mode. It definitely plays a little bit more arcade in that sense. Mostly due to AI programming, I guess. I think it can be done. You can have an AI that races more human-like than this, but I haven't seen it in any kind of packaging that comes anywhere close to as realistic or good-looking as Assetto Corsa. So if somebody could just combine the two, they'd have a real winner. In my mind, 8 laps, wow. Long race. I wonder why this one's 8 and the last one was 6. It's interesting. Still a pretty short race though, because this car is fast. It's starting to even like be numb to me how fast it is. But just right there, we hit 260 kilometers an hour. Probably hitting near 300. Almost forgot about his crazy early braking there. I don't like the way the car hops into that turn. quite bothersome. Alright, so he's gonna break early. We'll try and... Yeah! That is how it's done. Are we slow out of turn? Sure. Will he get by? Maybe. We're gonna be slow in again. Oh, we're gonna be slow out. Crap. Can't get back to the gas. Don't think he's there. I don't see the arrow. Whoop, whoop. The problem is I've been offline ever since I made that move. Okay, now we're back in the racing line. Now we're headed the right direction. He is still here with me. I should be able to leave him as fast as we are here. Alright, there we go. To the lead. 2 laps to go. All I gotta do is not throw it away. Oh, there was a little bottoming out. That's a nice sound effect they got for that. Didn't I say I was going to not throw it away? Oh, we are out there. Dang it. Well, that wasn't the fast lap curse, that was the taking the lead curse. I think the difference there was that I held... Oops. Oof. I'll be easing up these soft tires. The difference there was that I held 6 through the chicane. So we were freaking flying into turn 2 there, or turn 1, whatever the heck it is. No, don't get away. Come back. Please come back. I want to win. You know, a game I thought, I've mentioned this before, a game that I thought had a really interesting career mode and a decent driving engine and stuff like that was Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. That had an actual, like, interactive and interesting career mode that was rewarding to get through. And for its era, the AI were pretty responsive, physics were good. It was just an all-around really good game. If you played it on console, you didn't get... yeah, I would say these tires are getting a little unhappy. You didn't get the full effect of it. The PC version was just really, really good. Something I really enjoyed playing through. Oh, there was that curb again. A little worried that we may have thrown this victory away. Now we have. Alright, let's not... Okay, get back on track, Oh, there goes second. Please don't hit me, Dang it. I think I done used up the car too early. Back to third. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to get back around this guy. This would have been my only chance. Wasn't close enough. I'm trying. Throwing everything at it I can. It just doesn't have it in it. Come on, car, hook up. Drats. Ah, that was a sure victory that was thrown away. Bummer. Alright, well, looks like we're going to start the season off with 2 third-place finishes. Looking at the time, I think that's probably going to do it for this episode. Hopefully these episodes will be a little shorter with this format, so we'll just do, I don't know, maybe a couple episodes a week or something of just these 2 races at a time. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you in the next one.